Hey party people, thanks for coming back. My name is China and you have landed on Ethically Challenged. Today we're gonna do a video on Ray Higdon. He's a network marketing coach. I was introduced to him by Juliejo and erinbies on one of their lives, and network marketing coaches skeeve me out a little more than the MLMs themselves, because I feel like they're already taking advantage of people who are already being taken advantage of. I also feel like, and I don't know for Mr. Higdon here, but I also feel like people who are network marketing coaches weren't necessarily successful in their own network marketing attempt. So this video is him letting know fellow Hunbots how to deal with anti-Mlmers, or how he refers to as bullies. So yeah, let's dive right into it. We're not going to make this intro super long. I just want to get into the video because it looks like it's going to be a good one. Okay, let's go.
About dealing with the anti-MLMers. So first, I want to help you out if the network marketing haters in your life are friends and family members, people that actually know you. Next, I'm going to share with you how to deal with the haters if they're online people that maybe you don't know. And lastly, I want to share if you're getting network marketing hatred, what to focus on instead. So first, you may have noticed, depending on how long you've been in this game, that there has been an absolute increase in the fervor of anti-MLMers, of anti-network marketing kind of people. And I really think that it's because the reach that the average network marketer has, and quite frankly, the average person has increased. Whereas before, you would kind of have to be tuned in to hear about success stories around network marketing or whatever with TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Facebook Reels and
So what this says to me, that he's talking about right now, is that it used to be easier to exploit people prior to this, the amount of social media and people online. And yeah, oh yeah, I absolutely agree. It was definitely easier to exploit people, you know, back before Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you know. There also wasn't all this knowledge online like there is now, and I don't believe they were required to share income disclosure statements and like that back then. So yes, it was very much easier to exploit people back then, in my opinion, anyway.
Those stories are being propagated at a much faster rate in a much bigger way. Anytime that you have a lot of success happening and it's being shown to people that aren't vibrationally aligned with success, or aren't vibrationally aligned with, you know, some average ordinary person making money, it's going to increase that the fight against that.
What does vibrationally aligned even mean? What does that even mean? I have a strong suspicion that's just word salad, and it doesn't mean jack shit. But what do I know?
Really, it kind of blew me away, but it also made sense. Was I saw a video, Jimmy Fallon and Bryan Cranston, and it was a short, goofy video about hats, right? And so they're trying on, you know, little hat, short hat, big hat, you know, all the hats. It, you know, it was cute. It wasn't overwhelmingly awesome, but you know, it was funny. It was all right, whatever. And I just happened to see the comments, and I'm like, oh my god, like there were
I'm folding laundry, by the way. Multitasking over here. I work a full-time job on top of being a mom of 3 and a wife, which is a full-time job in itself. And then now I've started this endeavor. So fold laundry with me if you want.
die. You guys suck. This is the worst, right? Like it was so negative. I'm like, oh my God. And so one, I think first of all, a lot of society is more negative than it used to be, period. Number two, success and hate seems to be getting more reach, period, right? So there's just more, right? You have people going viral on TikTok with hatred message as well as, success messages. And so both parties are witnessing or being a part of these different things. It's really wild. You now have more and more people at least hearing the idea of an average ordinary person can come into network marketing and make money. And for those that don't vibe with that, they actually don't like the idea of someone, that isn't a professional.
So I wouldn't say that there's more negative people in the world. I would argue that the amount of negative people in the world is relatively the same, comparatively. But people with a negative mindset or, a negative stance on things now have a platform. Also, negativity is relative. Like right now, what I'm doing, that could be considered negativity because I'm speaking an opposing view to what he's saying. It's not negativity. It's not. I'm just discussing the various things he's saying, and while it's an opposing thing, I'm not being negative. Negative would be calling him names or, ripping him personally apart or, or that kind of thing. No, I'm not being negative. Anti-Mlmers aren't being negative. They just have an opposing view based on facts and receipts, whereas these guys view us as being negative because of that. And now he kind of he portrays anti-Mlmers as haters, that we're haters, and that we're doing this because we can't stand to see someone else be successful. Quite the contrary. We would love to see these people be successful in an ethical business model. That's the issue, is that it's unethical. It takes advantage of people. Allegedly, in my opinion. Gotta use that protective language, y'all. So we're not hating on anyone. It has nothing to do with the people. I don't care about the individual person. I care about what they're saying and what they're doing. Not going to talk about Mr. Higdon here, but these reps, they could be good people. I don't know. I don't care to know. That's the thing, is that they see it as being a hater, but again, we're just giving the opposing side of things, which again is based on facts and receipts. So,
or isn't a whatever, being able to make more money than them, kind of grates against them, right? And so let me give you some.
No, and nothing to do with them making more money, because they're not. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not. Unless you're in the top 1% of, your pyramid, you're not making money. And even then, there's been top 1% leaders who don't actually earn a profit. The money that they earn after they take out all of their expenses for their business. So no, it's not a jealousy thing. It's not a hating thing. It's none of that. It's the unethicalness of this. It's the shitty business model, in my opinion. It's the manipulation and using people's pain points to get them to do things they may not be comfortable with, forcing people to get out of their comfort zones. It's all of that. It has nothing to do with jealousy or not wanting to see people succeed. Get your bag, sis. Go succeed. Just do it ethically, please.
If you have friends and family members and they're hating on you or they're rejecting you or whatever, don't try to convince them. Stop trying to turn them around, right? Stop trying to show them examples. Stop trying to dance for someone who will never applaud you. And so if you have a friend or family member and they're like, oh, that network marketing is terrible, it sucks or whatever, say, cool, hey, thanks for your opinion. I appreciate it. Move along. And I'm not saying that you have to ostracize them. I'm not saying that you have to unfriend them or whatever. Just don't try to convince them. Stop spending energy on them. A great example is my wife, actually. So when we were dating, she joined my network marketing team. She was 21 years old, and she started building it on her own. When she first started, she went to her family and they said, that's stupid. Why are you doing this? You have a degree. And they were not fans, to say the least. When she got to $10,000 a month, her two brothers joined, her mom joined, and her dad built her a spreadsheet. And so if you're trying to convince friends and family members that it's great, before you do something and really make a splash, you're making a mistake. Stop doing that. Go make it rain without their support, without their approval, without their agreement. And this includes your spouse, by the way. Even if your spouse is hating on it, go do it, pay off his truck, and then
No. What we're not going to do is tell people to disregard their spouse's concern for their finances and their significant other's well-being. Usually, if your husband, wife, whatever, is telling you not to do this, there's usually some logic behind that and some critical thinking behind that. And they're telling you not to do this for a reason. They're not doing this be like, hey, don't join that MLM because fuck you. No, there's a reason behind it. Either they know something that you're not thinking about, whether it be they know you're not going to make money, they have more knowledge on this than you do, they just have a bad feeling about it. You know, there's a reason. 9 times out of 10, it's out of concern for you. Also, don't go fucking around with your finances without concerning your spouse. Because a lot of these MLM reps end up dumping hundreds and thousands of dollars into these companies to either buy ranks, to buy product, to do whatever. Their spouse should be included in that, especially if they share finances. Especially. So what we're not going to do, Ray Higdon, is we're not going to tell people to ignore their spouse's concerns, because that is a recipe for disaster. And I'm no marriage counselor by any stretch of the imagination. My husband and I have only been married for 6 years. I am not qualified to give advice, and I'm not. But I can tell you, in my own personal experience, disregarding your spouse's concerns is not a good idea.
Right? So you need to be willing to go fight the battle without their support. Fight the battle without their understanding. That's how you handle if they're friends and family members. Now, a more insidious and kind of gross version of the network marketing haters is the online trolls. And they literally are going out of their way to harm you. I do believe, because I believe that in war, there's both sides believe they're fighting the good fight, right? I have to think that some of them do think they're doing good. They think that they're preventing whatever, the mom and pop from spending a couple $100 on a product or whatever. Like they literally think that they're saving people, right? They're not giving them any solutions, but they're saving them from spending money and their hard-earned
money. Okay. So anti-MLMers, the anti-MLM movement is not trying to harm you. They're not trying to hurt anybody. They're trying to help people, and they are giving solutions. They're telling people to get the fuck out of Dodge and get out of their MLM so that they can actually earn a paycheck. They tell you that you will have a better chance at going and getting a job at Walmart or McDonald's or wherever of earning a steady paycheck than you will in an MLM. That's the solution, is to get out of your MLM and go get a job or, start your own actual small business. There are solutions here. No one is going out of their way to harm anybody. And in my opinion, I would argue that That's what he's doing. He's going out of his way to harm people, because at the end of the day, who has a motive? Who has something to lose if these MLM reps walk away from the company? He does. He has something to lose. I don't. Any other MLM or anti-MLMer I've watched or encountered loses nothing. Loses absolutely nothing by someone leaving their company. He does, though. The uplines do, though. And they will manipulate you every way they possibly can to get you to stay, because they earn some money off of you. So tell me, Ray Higdon, tell me, who really has the motive? Is it us, or is it you? Who is actually harming these people? Is it us, or is it you? Because I want to see people succeed. I want to see people get out of their business and do something that will benefit them. You want them to stay stuck so you can continue cashing those checks, in my opinion. But again, who the fuck am I?
Regardless of how many testimonials, of how many thousands and thousands of people have changed their life through network marketing, I really do believe some of them believe that they're doing a service. They believe they're doing good. They believe that they're saving the single mom's wages from being blown at your event. And this is where you need to understand that there is no magic or mysticism around network marketing, all right? It comes down to pipeline. It comes down to, who makes money in real estate? The people that talk to people, right? Who makes money in network marketing? The people that talk to people. If someone is joining a network marketing company and they're told that they don't have to get customers, that they don't have to talk to people, that, if they're being told that, then that person is doing a great disservice, right? Me, I tell them it's hard. This is hard work. You have to talk to people. You're going to get rejected. You're going to have people make fun of you, right? This isn't like, when someone starts a job, no one's really making fun of them for that job. You join network marketing, you're probably going to have some people make fun of you, because they just don't know. And one of the reasons that people have that kind of propensity toward network marketing is that it's such a low barrier of entry to start a business. If you had to pay $150,000, like some people pay for a restaurant, to start a network marketing business, all the people that are not as strong-willed or disciplined, they just wouldn't do it. They would never be exposed to it. They'd be like, oh, I can't do that, right? Because it's so low barrier to entry, because you don't need a college degree, you don't need a certificate, you don't need a ton of money.
Nope. You need to be 18 plus and have a social security number. They will literally take anyone. I made a TikTok the other day because this woman said she was hiring. They're not hiring. They're recruiting. They will literally take anything that can talk, type, be 18 plus, and have a social security number. Anyone they can allegedly manipulate into joining their team and earn money off the backs of their work. Yes, so it has a low barrier entry, but that's not why we don't like the MLM model.
Because it's so low barrier to entry, and because there's no requirement of training, you have a lot of untrained people, pitching and hyping to people that, resonate with it and want to do something that's going to be nice and easy. I would rather say it's hard. But how you deal with the online trolls, and these people will go out of your way. I mean, there's a group right now that is like, sending letters, they're flagging videos, like they're lying. They're creating, lying videos about others, and it's really nasty. How you handle them? Also, don't try to.
Who's lying? Who is lying, Ray Higdon? Because again, we have to ask ourselves, who has something to lose? I sure as hell don't. What do I lose from someone leaving their MLM? Nothing. I lose nothing. But again, you have something to lose. You lose money. And at the end of the day, that's everyone's biggest motivator. So you'll do and say what you have to do, in my opinion, to keep them in their company so that they can keep paying you for rank makers. Again, in my opinion, nobody is lying that I've seen. Nobody's lying. If we're flagging a video, we're flagging it because you're making false health claims, and you're not allowed to do that per the FTC. If we're flagging a video, it's because you're making income claims, and you're not allowed to do that per the FTC. These are all rules that you guys have to follow, and you don't. And so your company needs to be aware that you're not in compliance, and the FTC needs to know that your company, in my opinion, isn't doing much to make sure you are compliant. So yes, anti-MLMers flag videos and report them. Because you can't do those things. But no, nobody's making up stories. You guys do a good enough job giving us content.
Would not engage with them, and because of the way these groups of people tend to operate, if you're in network marketing and you start getting a bunch of anti-MLM hate, I used to say, hey, bring on the hate, let them comment, let them do this stuff, but they play so low below the belt. I mean, they'll flag your videos for nudity, they'll do all kinds of crazy stuff. I would just block them. And so that's some suggestions on how to handle some of the hatred that you may be getting. And know this: if you're not playing big, you ain't getting any hatred. And so the bigger you play, the more you show up, the more videos you do, the more people you talk to, you're going to run into this kind of thing. So if you're running into this kind of thing, congratulations.
I'm just going to say it again louder for the people in the back. It's not hatred. It's not hatred. It's debunking the misinformation that we see. It's educating people on the fact that they might be taking advantage of. It's to get out there that this business model is predatory and manipulative. It's not hate. The opposite of love isn't hate. It's indifference. I'm indifferent to these people. I wish them nothing but the best, but I don't hate them. I personally don't have the time or energy to hate somebody. A lot of people have done me wrong in my life, and I can say that there's really no one that I hate. Dislike, sure. Not a fan of, okay. But hate, no. And I don't hate on things.
If you're not running into this kind of thing, then you're probably keeping it a little bit too secret. So I'd love to hear from you. Do you agree with my statements, or do you think I'm totally wrong? Am I off base here? Love to hear from you. Drop me a comment in the comment section. I read and respond to every comment. So lastly, what should you focus on instead? It's really simple. Focus on what you want. So something that I do anytime I get sucked into negative land, right? And
Sir, I think you misspoke. I think you meant focus on giving me more money, right? In my opinion, I think that's what you mean.
Why are there haters of anything, right? Why are there trolls of anything? Why are there, bullies, right? Because they're literally online bullies, right? Why are they bullies? At the end of the day, it's because they feel a certain way about themselves, which isn't good, and they want others to feel as bad as they do about themselves. That's what it boils down to. It really does. And so know that.
Nope. Usually, I'll agree with you there. A bully typically tries to bring other people down because it makes them feel good. However, I can say, with almost 100% certain that this isn't bullying. I don't feel bad about myself. I'm hot. I feel pretty good most days. And just like I know a lot of anti-MLMers who either already love themselves, or they're healing their way to that. And they wouldn't want to make anyone feel the way that they do when they don't love themselves. No, try again.
You know, people that have been through bad stuff and they haven't worked through it, it's much easier for them to try and make other people feel bad too, right? And so a big part of me has, you know, sympathy, and I wish for peace. I wish for peace amongst these people that spend their days just online, you know, attacking, right? I wish them peace.
You can keep your sympathy to yourself, sir. We don't want it.
They find something they're passionate about, like a charity or a cause or, you know, whatever, right? Something they're passionate.
Weird, bro. Because, like, people seem pretty passionate about, like, getting rid of multi-level marketing. Pretty sure they found a cause.
Is to pursue our passions, and our passions will find us making an impact, feeling more significant, making a difference, loving our life. And so what to focus on instead is to focus on what you actually want. So one thing I do when I find myself going into negative land is, one, I express. So I express, okay, what am I being negative about? What is affecting me? What am I thinking, or how am I feeling that I don't want to think or feel anymore? And so I express it. I don't suppress it, right? That's what causes disease, is you suppressing all this stuff and bottling it all up and serenity now, right? And so instead I express it. Here are the things I don't like that I'm thinking and feeling. Here are the things. And then I say, okay, what is it I do want to think and feel? What is it? What kind of mental rehearsal can I do about crafting my perfect life, about crafting what I actually want, of seeing my life in a stage that it's not yet there, but see it as if it already is. And the number one skill that you can develop is to see things as you want them to be before they are. You see, most people, they say things like, well, if I hit that rank, then I'll feel better. If I do, if something outside of me happens, then I'll feel inside better. And that's not how it works. You know, like the great Dr. Joe Dispenza says, your personality is creating your personal reality. And so the way that you think, act, and feel is literally having you have an experience with your reality about what is going on around you. So if we want to change what's out there, we have to change what's in here. And so shifting your focus away from those thoughts of stress and negativity and why are they attacking me and how come they're haters and all this stuff, to what is it I actually want? I want to make a difference. I want a difference.
Okay, so what you're saying is, don't question why so many people have bad things to say about network marketing. Don't question anything. Just keep going with the status quo. And don't, you know, don't look at the man behind the curtain. That's in my opinion, that's what he's saying. Because the more you start to question things, the more you're going to notice that shit's not right. So, like, don't, in my personal opinion, don't take his advice. Question everything.
It was on the homeless. I want to help feed, you know, the hungry. I want to help, you know, bring clean drinking water. I want to help kids in foster care. Thinking about what is the life you actually want to have and spending more time with memories of your future than noticing what's going on in your present. Now, if you need some help, we have a great accountability and coaching program that I'll put down below. It's called All Inner Circle. And if you want someone that you can actually hop on the phone with and talk to personally and get your help that you need based on where you're at, then feel free to fill out the information in the form below. I'll put a link down in the description. Answer the questions. One of our teammates will reach out to you and we'll see if it's a fit for you, and we'd love to help you.
Okay, well, that was a wild ride. Yeah, network marketing coaches skied me out, man. And especially shit like that. So my takeaway is, he doesn't want you to question anything. And he wants you to stay in your MLM so that he can make more money off you. Seems legit. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will have another one coming out soon, and hopefully that Grant Cardone deep dive will be coming very soon. I'm gathering information on him. So, for now, It was nice seeing you again. Thanks for joining me here on Ethically Challenged, where we discuss ethically challenged individuals like Mr. Ray Higdon here. I hope to see you next time. Bye!